Step up a dry embossed panel by adding hand-drawn lines and watercolor to create an artsy card. Hi there everyone, welcome to Creative Coloring with Iram. Does this card give you the Botanical Rhapsody washi tape vibes? Anyone? I wanted to copy that sketchy style of drawing on the washi tape, so I tried my hand at this idea I had and luckily recorded the process too to share it with you. So I will be using the 3D embossing folder from the Hello Beautiful Craft Your Life project kit, and I have already gone ahead and embossed a cream colored panel that is the size of my card front, and I'm sure you can see the gorgeous design properly. I have the fine liner pen set out. This one is the 02, and I will go ahead and start drawing the outline roughly. But first I will start from the flower center. I remember that we also had a brush nib in the fine liner pen set. So I took that out, and keeping this pen at an angle, I went over the raised portions of the flower center. Since this is a brush tip, the area will fill up and cover up more quickly. So be careful while doing this, because any portion that is raised will get ink on it if you swipe the pen over it. So do you remember how we used to do pencil shading when we were kids? Kind of using our pencil at an angle just to cover a large area. This is how exactly you have to position this pen. This will not work with the nibs, the smaller nibs that we have in this fine liner pen set, but the brush marker only. This is the same way we add color with an ink pad by swiping it, but a brush pen, this particular brush pen gives you more control, and also you can add this ink to smaller areas. Once done, I will start adding outlines to the flowers. Now, I will follow the embossed design majorly. If you have an Altenew 3D embossing folder, you would know that these are super detailed. You have these grooves and ridges to show the smallest of details. And here on the petals, we have lots of cuts to show notches and petal curls. So that helped me tremendously in adding the lines. I didn't have to overthink while adding lines. The outline of the flowers doesn't have to be perfect or continuous. We are going for an artsy look, so disconnected, sketchy lines will be perfect. Once this flower is almost done, you will see that it looks horrible, and of course it will look horrible. I worked on it so fast and I wasn't being careful. But did you notice that this thing in the final result? No, right? You didn't, because in the final result it all looks very good and very pretty. Well, not pretty, but something nice, something artsy. Now I will show you how to do the leaves, and then we will move on to the next step. For the leaves, I will again use a brush pen, and in the same manner as before, I will tilt the pen and apply the ink by swiping the pen over the leaves and the stems. I will try my best as to not cover the entire leaf, and once I have added those dark thick strokes, I will use the pen with a finer nib and add lines to the leaves so that they match the flowers. Now I will use this jet black pencil from the Woodless watercolor pencils and start adding shading to the leaves and flowers. Make sure you don't press it too much, like too hard. And also remember that I'm not using watercolor cardstock. This means I don't care about the watercolor look. I don't care about the beautiful watercolor blending. I just want a rough watercolor look. And the reason I'm asking you not to press it too much is that because the more you press it, the more pigment you leave on the panel. You will notice that my shading looks very light. You can hardly see it, but once I'm done with it, I will take a wet paintbrush and activate the pigment. Notice that I'm not spreading the pigment on the entire petal. This means that I'm keeping some portions of the petal without watercolor. If you want darker pigment in some areas, you can pick up the pigment directly from the brush with a wet paintbrush and apply it to places you want. Once my images have the black watercolor on them, I will add a very light shadow layer outside the images. This will be very subtle, You can't even see this in the video, but you definitely can see it in person. I will then add grey paint splatters. This is only diluted black paint. Then I will add black paint splatters, like very concentrated ones. Once this is dry, I will emboss the panel again to get back any lost dimension, and you can see right away that this looks so much more dimensional after embossing it again. Because even if you don't realize, we do add a little bit of pressure to it while using our pen or pencil on it. I have these strips of cardstock that I save in this Ziploc bag, and I will take out one of them to stamp my sentiment. The sentiment is from the Fresh Bloom stamp set, and I love this font. I will use the instant dimension tape to adhere the strip onto the panel. Then I will use the jet black artist marker to add some controlled splatters. And there we have it. The card is ready, and I absolutely love this kind of card. You know that I do like the artsy look, and this is the kind of card that you can create super fast. There's no drawing time. There's actually no time involved at all. This is, and also not a lot of thinking involved. Do give this technique a try, and if you do share, please don't forget to tag me at Glitter and Swirls and Altenew at Altenew LLC on Instagram. Thank you for watching, everyone. Bye.
Hello there! Did that video just spark your creativity? And do you want more project ideas and inspiration videos too? Well, if you do, please make sure that you subscribe to the Altenew YouTube channel. Also, make sure that you do click that notification bell so you don't miss a video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye bye!